Hola, hola, hola. Hello, my name is La Maestra Loca, and I'm here today to talk to you about creating classroom norms or community agreements with your students. This is something I've been doing for 4 years, ever since I started working at Bricolage Academy in New Orleans. When I started here 4 years ago, I took a 3-day course on responsive classroom, and this is a practice that is talked about a lot. Instead of you as the teacher creating a set of rules, instead investing your students in creating community agreements is a far better use of your time. And it does take time. I want to establish that first. It is not as easy as slapping something up on your wall before the kids get there and just going with those rules. This is something I've always done. I literally, in fact, shared my rules far and wide. There's still a blog there because I never take blogs down. I just continue to show my growth. But now I am definitely against that and all for creating these with my students and getting their investment and their buy-in. And it all starts really from talking about their hopes and dreams. What do they want out of this world language classroom? What is their goal in taking this world language? Now, some of them it's required. So even acknowledging that, like some of you are here not by choice, you would rather be taking Japanese or Chinese or maybe not taking a language. But now that you're here, what is your goal? What is your hope? What is your dream? And talking them through that. I created this document that you see behind me. That's where I have my students journal their hopes and dreams. You can see it's in this column right here. So that's the first thing they do is they really talk about their hopes and dreams. I have them talk to their neighbor, talk about those hopes and dreams. I also give them some examples in case they're stuck, like I hope to write a short story by the end of the year, or I hope to recognize Spanish when I hear it outside of school and be able to pick up a few words. So really giving them all the opportunities to think about this and help them in that. Some examples of what my 8th graders wrote. I'll read you some of them. This one I love. Speak to a native speaker. Speak to a native speaker. How great is that? I want to learn it to the point where I can have a conversation easily. I want to be able to speak Spanish to someone whose first language is Spanish, not a native speaker. Cool. I want to understand Spanish when I hear it outside of school. I want to use Spanish to have secret conversations. I love that. Ooh. I want to be able to communicate with my friends in Spanish, and I want to be able to say that I know Spanish and when I write my college essay. How great is that? You'll notice I then go through and I make comments. Me gusta mucho, ooh, little hearts, just acknowledging that, hey, I've read your hopes and dreams, and I'm here to say that we can get you there, or I'm here to say that we will absolutely work on that this year. So it starts with that, and then the process really is about how can we get there then? What community agreements do we have to come up with in order to get you to those hopes and dreams? And that's where I'm really pushing my students to, in partners, think about what could our norms be. They do it first in partners, and then they get with another set of partners, and they talk, and I have them grouped by homeroom for COVID safety. So if 2 people worked on it in a pair, then they're partnering with 2 other kids in that same homeroom and talking about, okay, here are our 3, combining those and coming up with just 3 total. I gather them on sticky notes, and then I really look for trends, right? So they'll, with their partner, they write the three norms there. With the group, they write the 3 norms that they decided on, the official norms, and then they leave the final norms for Spanish class blank. Today, that's what my 8th graders are going to be doing today, is we're workshopping. We're coming together. We've workshopped our norms and our community agreements. I have now read through every single paper, and I am going to present the trends to them. These were the trends that I saw. I saw follow our Trojan values. Those are our school values: respect, courage, empathy, integrity, and curiosity. I saw a lot of that. I saw and heard a lot of people talking about actually using Spanish and staying away from English. I noticed a lot of people saying, try your best, don't be scared, have courage. That's also linking to our Trojan values. So I'm pulling out the trends for them, and putting them in simple language, and then saying, do y'all agree with this? Do these sound good? Are we missing anything? If we're missing anything, we add it. They put it in that final box, and then they sign in the back of the community agreement saying, I am going to the best of my ability, uphold these community agreements. The time that it takes to do this is such an important investment, because ultimately, when they are the ones helping you create, when you are doing this together as a process, when those community norms are broken or when they aren't working right, you just come back to them. You point them to them physically on your wall and you say, okay, these are the agreements we came up with together as a class. Y'all were the ones who wanted these. Right now we're struggling. Which one are we struggling with? Yeah. So having that conversation is so much more powerful, because they are invested far more because they helped create them. I'm gathering trends from all of my classes, because I teach this year 12 different classes. It's important that I don't have 12 rule posters or 12 norm posters up, and that I'm gathering trends from everywhere. But obviously, every box is going to be a little bit unique and different, and that's why they keep those at the very front of their binder, at the very front of their journal, so that we can reference them and how it's unique to this class. I hope this helps. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your year. If you don't have students yet, I hope that you're enjoying your PD time or your summertime if you're still on summer break. Oh my gosh, lucky. If you do have students and you haven't done this and you have rules up, you can stop right now and create community agreements. What's stopping you? There is no harm in going back and talking about this with students. Have a wonderful day and an awesome week, and stay positive. Happy teaching.